This has been the beginning of a partnership in business that has gone beyond that. And I don't know the number, Doc, but your group might have done $10 million in business last year. I don't know. It's a big number when you start adding it all up. And Dr. Gagnon, one of the things that I've really learned from you is that you don't walk away from a sale. You don't walk away from a new distributor. You don't promote somebody to gold without having a strategy to multiply and duplicate that. Will you talk to us for a minute about that, sir?
Yes, I will. I want to give the Lord all the glory. Of course, I believe whatever I put my hand to shall prosper. We built a great team. You can only do what we do by building a great team. And I want to thank Chairman Urso. And I'm praying for you that you get Entrepreneur of the Year. That would be so awesome. And the leadership from Mike, Mr. Jackson's been invaluable to teach us most of the things that we know in the business. And of course, Dr. Troy and everybody else that's on the call. But let me get right into this. Everybody on this call is in the business to make money. I mean, we're here to help people. Obviously, there's no false weights and balances. We have the best company, the best product, the best leadership. I believe that or I wouldn't do it. So this is the bottom line. You need to think multiplication. If anybody's ever shot pool before, you know, someone could make a great shot, the greatest shot that's ever made, and everybody clap, but it's about lining the cue ball up for the next shot. Professionals, every shot is almost easy because they line the next shot up. And I just have a few, I mean, I don't have slides here, but I'm just going to put things up. When you replace a show with a show, you'll always have a place to go. My wife coined that phrase. Let me just tell you this. When you replace a show with a show, you'll always have a place to go. You must remember that. Then here's another thing I live by. Qualified leads equal qualified appointments, which equal qualified presentations, which equal qualified sales recruits. Lead equals an appointment equals a presentation equals a sale. Someone says, oh man, this is pretty basic stuff. Listen, it's the basics that are going to get you there. And then the next thing is, once you do a presentation, you need to qualify your lead. We have a lead sheet, and on the lead sheet, we put these little initials like breathing problems, picky housekeeper, small children, pets, who's scared of the virus, who could afford it if they wanted it, who has a job. And then we qualify our names, and then we book appointments. This is the secret. You know, I used to, before I was a pastor, I owned a direct sales company. I built the business up. That's the past. I don't want to talk about the past except one thing. We built it into a multi-million-dollar organization from nothing and really worked with people. But this was the thing that I really pushed hard with people was when I was presented to, like you, Mike, as a bus driver a long time ago, I didn't buy the product I was presented with. I didn't buy it, but I desperately needed money. I could not even pay the bills that I had. So I came into the business as a non-customer. And this is where people miss it. Listen close. Just work with me for 60 seconds here. If I'm showing Johnny, the Aaron Service Pro, Active Pure, whatever, the most important thing I can do, other than doing a qualified presentation and doing a wonderful show with a lot of questions, making sure the customer's tracking and they're excited about what's going on. My number one thing that I got to do, whether I sell or not sell, is to pull at least 8 leads. I have to. You can download the memory jogger sheet. Mike, you have that. We have that. And you need to get mom, dad, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, cousin, second best cousin. Who's your son's best friend? Who's his coach? You must pull names, but that's not all you need to do. The next thing you need to do is you need to qualify your names. Who is really scared of the virus? Who is really concerned about the virus? Who has allergies, asthma, breathing problems? Who is a real picky housekeeper? You go in their house, you put a drink down, and immediately, if it's not on a saucer, they wipe it up. And then you qualify your names. And this is key. Whether they sell, they buy or not, you must do this. And then this is the key. You got to say, Johnny and Mary, if you sold Active Pure part-time for a living like I do, out of all these names you gave me, who would be the number one person that would buy it? I go right for the buy. And they go, oh, my sister, why? Oh, she is a clean freak. She hates dirt. She hates dust. I put a number 1 on the sheet. Okay, Mary's not on the list. Who's number 2? And I get the top 4 prospects. But then you can't stop there. And I have fun. Everybody's got their own personality. I have a little "I work for food" sign. I'll get down on one knee and I'll say, Mary, John, if you sold Active Pure for a living like I do, I know you'd want to be the last person that would want me on the streets with this sign. And I would say, I work for food. And it's a joke. It's just my personality. And I say, now listen, if you don't call anybody, we don't do any advertising at the Super Bowl or anything else. You're our advertising. If you liked me and you liked the company, could we give Mary a call right now? You got to get the appointment booked right then. This is secret. This is key. You can't just get names and numbers, because when you call them, they're not going to pick the phone up. You got to get the appointment to book the customer to book an HHS, to host an HHS, or to book you an appointment, but you must qualify your names. And I'm going to leave you with this. Mr. Urso's here. If I showed Mr. Urso this technology and he wasn't in this business and he bought it, who thinks Mr. Urso would give me some really great qualified names? Put your hands up in the chat. Hit the chat. Get the thing. Put your hands up. Who thinks Mr. Urso could give me some qualified leads? I better see hands going up all over the place. Okay, now watch this. If I did not sell Mr. Urso, he didn't buy. How many people know the same names that he gave me from not buying would be the same names as if he bought? Who believes that if Mr. Urso did not buy and he gave me 8 names, they would still be awesome, qualified, great names? You must get out of your head, because when people get discouraged when they don't sell, they don't think about lining that shot up again. The secret to this business is, yes, you got to work hard, but you got to work smart. If you're part-time and you say, hey, look, this is just extra income for me, which is most people, phenomenal. I want to get out of debt. I want to take a proper vacation. I want to give more. I want to help people more. Then, the bottom line is, if you can only work 3 days a week, you should be booked all 3 days. So if you book an HHS on Monday and then Wednesday and Friday, you are going to have this snowball effect, and you must keep qualifying names, booking appointments, and doing presentations. So qualify your names, book presentations, doesn't matter whether they bought or not. Also, I do a lot of cool things. We're in business. You're in business, I'm in business. You can take an H2 fuel if you sell a living water and say, who do you know that would buy an alkaline water machine? Oh, my sister would. I'll tell you what, if she buys one from me and you book the appointment, I'm going to give you this at no charge. Or if you sell an Air and Surface Pro and you say, listen, this would work in your car, hotel room, and everything. I don't want to sell it to you. It's over $200 value. But if you get Mary to buy one, I'll give it to you no cost. Now, that's something you pay for. But, who out there would pay $100 to make $900? I mean, so you must think ahead. You must qualify your names. You must book an appointment with an appointment. And I know I'm out of time, but you got to be nice. You got to smile. You got to be personable. People got to like you, because people don't buy from ones that they don't like. But this business is about multiplication. I think the number one problem in this business for people is, I don't have anywhere to go. I don't have a show. I wish I could show this. I don't know No, you have to be proactive. Booking HHSs, booking appointments, getting your customer on the phone. Call Mary right now. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. Oh, I mean, you're her sister. You can't call Mary at 9 o'clock? I guess I can. Call her. Yeah. Hey, Mary, this guy Eric's over my house. Man, this Active Pure is amazing. Here, just introduce me to her. Get on the phone with her. Say, hey, I showed your sister. She loves it. What are you doing Thursday? What are you doing Friday? And if you do that, then when you replace a show with a show,
you have a place to go.
You'll always have a place to go. And everybody will be able to make a lot of money. Thank you.
Flip side, Dr. Eric, is that if you don't replace a show with a show, you got no place to go. So, ladies and gentlemen, you've just heard from Platinum 5 leader, Dr. Eric Gagnon. We are so proud of all of our leadership team, and thank you for investing in us again tonight.